Hey y'all, we're going to do a brief walkthrough and our initial impressions on the new for 2025 Malone Microsport Off Road Kayak Trailer. Okay, as you see here, the principal difference is that you first notice it's black powder coat instead of the straight aluminum. But the really big difference between the off-road and the standard Microsports are over here. When you look at the size of the wheels and the size of the tires. Today we have two Hobies on it, a PA-12 and a Outback. The trailer comes with cam straps that loop through a tie-down point and then around this load bar, back up over and strap. I'm also using this trailer as a way of storing the kayaks in the garage. So when I purchased it with the bunk kit. Later on I may come up with my own bunks, whether they're PVC or metal tubing like you see on a lot of kayak trailers. But for right now, the wood bunks are working out pretty well. Trailer comes with a hitch for a 2-inch ball and a lighting connector and safety straps and a stand to set the tongue down on. I have ordered the wheel kit. It should come in a couple of days. That'll make it easier for me to wheel it in and out of the garage. If I were taking it on the highway, I probably would not have my Lowrance units on there. I wouldn't have the drives in there. What you see here is dugout bait and tackles forward-facing sonar mount called a pivot mount. This is the location of the forward-facing sonar module. It's an active target module. We look at it from behind. You can see the width of the wheels, the construction of the trailer. We'll just do a 360-degree walk around of the trailer, starting up here at the hitch. When you load the kayaks on the bunks, which you can see down here kind of, the bunk on the Outback, and over here are the two bunks that support the PA-12. When you load the trailer on the bunks, you want to have about an equal distance between the bow in the bunk and the transom in the bunk. You also want to have them positioned so that you do not have too heavy of a tongue weight. But to be honest with you, with kayaks and kayaks on a trailer, you may need to shift them a little forward to make sure you have enough tongue weight. As far as building the trailer, it's not that hard. You can do it in one day if you really want to. I took 2 days to build the trailer and then a third day to install the bunks. To build the frame, you lay it down on the floor. They have very good, clear instructions, and if you follow their sequence, it works pretty easy, but it is a lot of kneeling and stooping and taking the slack out of nylock nuts on all of these bolts is a little hard. Assemble the frame first, and a little catch to that is you're assembling the frame upside down. So when you assemble the springs to the axle, they mount into these brackets here and through that bolt there. That's easier to do with the frame upside down. Once you've got those bolted in, you install the wheels, flip it right side up, then install fenders, lights. And if you look down here, you see an example of how it gets assembled. You build the frame of the trailer first, then you add the load bar supports. Those are the ones with the black brackets on them. Then there's a bracket goes on each side of that support bar to support the 78-inch load bar. So see the bracket right there with the two bolts. You assemble that bracket to support the upper load bar. As we mentioned, that upper load bar is 78 inches. Then on the upper load bar, You mount the supports for the bunks. I'm using 11 on center, maybe just a little less. I'm probably about 10.5 on center because it's a wood bunk. Pedal drive, my motors, my battery boxes. Have it all ready to go and rigged, so when I get to the boat ramp, I can just put it in the water. If I were taking it out on the highway, I would probably have the seats out, the drives out, definitely have the electronics out. The paddle would probably be off. Leave the pivot forward-facing sonar mount, as you see here, take it off of the H-rail, keep it inside the tow vehicle. Basically, anything that could get hit by a rock on the highway or fall off or just the wind blowing on it, you probably don't want to have it on the kayak when you're going down the road.